Welcome to Family Tech, where you get to be the tech expert of your home. I am Sarah, and with me, as always, now is Emily. So, welcome to the show. We're so excited about today because we sh- Emily, you were going to put a topic in, and
I
what was
was.
there?
It was the topic I was gonna do. Oh, my mic just freaked out. So we basically thought of the same topic because we are
That's why
so
we're
in
such
sync.
good co-hosts. So much fun. But before we dive into all the cool websites and stuff you're going to want to use with your kids this holiday season, aka this weekend, because
Yeah, right.
Christmas is here. So crazy
Are,
pants.
are you ready? Are you set for Christmas?
You know what? I am, except for my mother-in-law.
Oh,
Amazing co-hosts. Just kidding. We'll load this comment up.
amazing.
Amazing. Thanks, honey. Um, the so I got everything wrapped today. All week, I don't know why I've been thinking that school was going through the entire week, but it's not. They have a minimal day tomorrow and they're off on Friday.
Oh,
And so I was like, "Oh, dang, I need to get my presents wrapped because once school gets out, there's no alone time anymore and I need to have all the presents wrapped." So,
yeah. Yeah,
so
that's where I tried to wrap last weekend and I just got so overwhelmed with gifts. And I was like, I also am in wrapping mode this week at some point.
yeah. Well, and it's
I know.
harder for you because not all of your kids are in school.
None of my
Like
kids. I have a total
my
of 0 children in school right now. You at least get a little bit of a break. Mine are, like, always around.
right? I don't know how you d I don't remember how I did it back then because now I wrap before, but I was like all week I'm like, "Okay, well I have until Friday." And then I looked and I'm like, "No, no I
No,
don't."
no.
So lame, lame, lame. But
Yeah.
so the only thing I'm missing right now is my mother-in-law. I tried to
Oh,
ask
nice.
my husband what we need to get her and we have to ship to her because she does not live
Oh,
here.
that's right.
So that
Good
one's gonna
luck.
be a little iffy. Sorry, Trevor. Yeah. I tried to ask him,
That's
what should we get your mom? And he's like, "I don't know."
uh, that's what we definitely take our parents, like, I buy gifts for my mom, he buys gifts for his parents.
Mm.
I'm 99% sure the in-laws do not have gifts right now. So,
But you're
we
like, "Well,
might
that's not
be
my problem."
and we do gift cards generally for them, so I think that's what the plan is, but
Genius. I mean, that might be
uh,
the best way to go
I
at
mean,
this point.
I've started to like gift cards too, so just like money,
They're not bad.
having
Yeah,
money,
gift
you
cards are
know?
great. Yeah.
So,
Um,
anyway.
anyway, let's talk about some news.
Talk about
So,
news.
the funny thing with both news items that I've got today is we've literally talked about both things.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, everyone should be thrilled with gift cards. You're right.
Everyone.
Totally agree. Totally agree. Um, we've talked about both of these things, but I think not in slightly this angle. So, let's dig into item number 1. Nope, that's not the right one.
Oh,
Let's try
no.
this
Oh,
guy.
spoiler alert.
No, no, no. I'm trying to
Oh,
figure
the
out the
shame.
best,
Not
the
spoiler
best
alert.
layout. So this one's the tech industry group sues Utah over social media regulations. I was waiting for this to come out. So Utah created this legislation, which I've talked about several times. It's supposed to go into effect in March. And Arkansas had a similar legislation that was also opposed by this same tech group, and that was overturned, or at least blocked, for now. So this group is called Net Choice. So it is I'm trying to remember all the people in NetChoice, but it's like Snapchat, Facebook, or Meta, um, all the big wigs of um wow, why can't I
Tech.
figure out who's in NetChoice? Yeah, all the big. Oh, yeah, here we go. Including TikTok, Facebook, Insta. Oh no, that's not it.
I
Um,
googled it. It's like
oh, good.
Airbnb, Amazon, AOL. AOL's still around. AOL,
Yeah.
Etsy. Sorry, I didn't know. Pinterest, Yahoo, X, TikTok, PayPal, Lyft,
Mhm.
Meta. So yeah, there's a ton.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
ton
it's
there.
the big conglomerate of people, and they're basically saying that the law is unconstitutional, which I actually completely agree with, um, and we'll see what happens there. What do you think, Emily?
Uh, I I always initially when it's big companies, this is pretty funny. This is a little personality quirk of mine.
Uh,
You're welcome, world. When big companies are against something, I usually think it's a good idea. I'm like against whatever they think is good. But I agree, like, because the
you don't wanna
opposite.
side with the big tech companies.
I know sometimes I don't. Um, but I think it's actually like we've talked about. I think it was last episode Instagrams where they oh, my brain just shut down. Merry Christmas, everyone. They talked about
Too
the
close to
federal
Christmas.
regulation. It's too close. I've got anyway. Where you start it through the like you say yes, this can they can download this versus having to verify each individual time. And that's the one thing that I didn't love is that it's like I'm sending in my driver's license. I'm sending in this
Right.
information, which we talked about with this one too. And so I it's again, I think this is basically what we said last time is I like where it's coming from, but I think they're going about it the wrong way. So I would like a new version of
Mhm.
this law to come out.
Sure, yes, agreed.
That's
Yeah, that makes sense.
that's
Um, I I feel like, I feel like th Net Choice will win this,
yeah, oh yeah.
um, but, Governor Cox said that he was prepared for something like this to happen, so I'm interested to see what his response will be. Um, I you know, he eh, so Senator Mike McKell, I'm gonna read this, like, "We have robust alcohol and pornography laws," and if you're not familiar with Utah's alcohol laws,
It is robust.
it's robust, and I do not drink alcohol, but even I'm like, "This is ridiculous." So, and drug education programs in school, great. Okay, let's have a social media education program then. Social need social media needs to be added to the list. We need to treat social media as any other addictive and dangerous product. I don't know about that. I've heard from countless parents who said they need resources and tools to protect their kids from the harms of social media. I'm sorry to inform you, parents, you already have those resources.
And that's I think it goes back to again, we talk a lot about this and I feel like we repeat a lot, but I think parents aren't informed as to what they have and they want someone
Mhm.
else to do their parenting for
Yeah.
them in this aspect. And I think it's going to take a little bit of work and a lot of parents just aren't ready to do that.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. So, like, so this person, this is Mike McKell from Spanish Fork. We love our fork cities here in Utah.
We do. We do love forks.
Not sure
I
why.
only know I only know 2, so there's that,
Yeah.
but still.
As a lawmaker and parent, I believe Utah's social media policy is helping prevent our kids from falling prey to social media's adverse and sometimes life-threatening effects. I don't want the government telling me how to parent my child. That's my big issue with the whole thing. Like, and I also like one of my huge pet peeves is false sense of security.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's the
Yep.
main reason I dislike the Gab phone is because I felt that that gave parents a false sense of security. They, oh, this is the safe phone for kids. Well, there's a lot of features that it's lacking that does not make it safe for kids, but they just buy the phone like, okay, cool, I'm done. I don't need
Yeah.
to like do anything else because I'm secure. My kid's not going to get into any trouble on this phone. Well, a lot of parents have come to find out that that's not exactly the case. So, so I feel like that, okay, I have this lovely law and it's going to protect my children. That's not really the case. You can't rely on the government to protect your children. And I think I've said this example before, but I was at the beach. This is when my daughter was younger and she was on swim team. So she knew how to swim very, very well. And I was on the side, just on the beach because I'm not getting in the water. Um, and, she's in the ocean, Huntington Beach, and we're at like a locals beach because my brother, like my niece is a Huntington Beach lifeguard. You know, they live in Huntington Beach, so like we're at like just like a locals beach. Anyway, so there's not a lifeguard on duty over where we were. And she kept kind of like getting pulled into the undertow, and I'd go up there and be like, "Hey, come back closer," and then she'd go back out. "Hey, come back closer." And so then once I like went over there, I'm like, "Hey, come back closer," and she goes, "I can't." So, so I'm like, "Oh crap." So I strip
Gotta
down
go
my
get her.
bathing suit, hop in, and like save my child. Um, and a lady on the beach was saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see that." And I was like, it's not your responsibility to keep an eye on my children. It's a locals beach
Like
and
a
people watch out for each other. And she's apologizing to me and I'm like, "But it wasn't your responsibility." Like
it's mine.
my responsibility to keep my child safe and to like watch over her. So, I'm not going to hand that off to somebody else.
Yeah. 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 I mean, that's sums up perfectly what I think too, is I think and I just said it, right? Like you're gonna have to be responsible as a parent for what your kids are doing. You're gonna have to know what's going on. And I don't think people who want this law necessarily are ready to do that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. We have a comment from Facebook, and sorry if you don't like allow StreamYard on your Facebook, it doesn't show you who you are. So I apologize. I'm not sure who you are, but kids who don't do drugs don't avoid them because the school told them not to do them. Weird. They do it because of a supportive and safe home environment. Same is true for any substance abuse, I would assume, including technology of any kind.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent comment.
There's so many jokes now about Dare that like, "Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't do drugs because Dare told me not to." And so, yeah, 100% that. It's not some sort of program you're in, it's the things you learn and what you're taught, and anyway.
Yeah. Red Ribbon Week saved my life.
Oh, Dare. I loved Dare. I was such a good
Dear.
child. I just loved
Oh, when I had crazy hair for Red Ribbon Week, that's what told me to stay away from drugs.
that was what it was.
That was the one thing that helped me stay away. Obs. All right. Let's move on to our next little news bit. And this one's fun. Again, a topic we have been like beating to death with just keep
Oh,
beating that horse to death. Um, so what happened recently is a teenager who, like created an app that basically hacked iMessage for Apple. And I actually use the full version of Beeper, which
oh.
because I love an aggregate, like I want
Yeah.
all my chats popping in the same spot. It's not necessarily that I use it for iMessage, but I can because I do have an iPhone, like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
with like so I also have iMessage in there. So I can be a blue bubble if I want to be a blue bubble. I
Blue
choose not
bubble.
to be. But so anyway, so Beeper has been using the hacky version of doing iMessage for a while, which is that they basically have a Mac farm, like, just virtual Mac computers, and they sign in to excuse me, to your Apple ID in order to relay the messages through Beeper. So that's like the hacky way to do it. Um, well, this teenager figured out a way to just make it so, like, my phone number gets registered as an iMessage and, like, I'm texting through Beeper and it's, like, blue messages and it's seamless, like, it's not logging into a Mac somewhere.
That's awesome.
Way more secure. Well, it was awesome for, like, 2 days
It was awesome, Apple.
until Apple shut that crap down. Um, uh, so their whole thing was, like, it's not secure and everything like that. I'm like, well, but what you're doing right now is also not secure because they're just using SMS. But anyway, what are your thoughts on this whole, like, is now like Beeper is basically at war with Apple
With yeah.
and they're shutting everything down?
First of all, applaud this teenager.
I know,
Sometimes
right?
I'm like, get it, kids. Like,
Get
let's
it.
go." That
Yeah.
was
I'm
awesome
like,
that
I
he
want my son to be
right?
this kid next.
Right? And it just goes I mean, you're right. This is something that we beat to death a lot, but
Yeah.
I just why, Apple? Why can't we just all be happy? Now, Apple did announce RCS versus
Right.
SMS instead of using SMS, so we're one step closer. But I just like, I know the logic, but I don't understand why we can't just include Android into iMessage, why it has to be separate.
Yeah.
Um, I love the quote from, like, the headline, a sub-headline from the article that's like, "Mr. Cook, tear down this wall."
Right.
Like,
It
let's
was
just
so
do
good.
it. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I just wish Apple would just accept it and move on. And they're saying even just build an iMessage app for Android. You're still using an Apple product. It's
Right.
still like just do it.
Yeah, well, and there's even, like, I think Elizabeth Warren, senator piped in, was like, "Apple, stop it," you know? There's a lot of people kind of backing this whole thing, and it's exactly right, like, they're gonna keep like, Apple's gonna keep having to fight things like this, like, if a teenager figured it out this
Can
time,
do it
somebody's gonna figure it out, and they're gonna keep like fighting this battle time and time and
until
time
they
and time
just yeah.
again, and so just obviously there's a market for it that people would love to download an iMessage app for their Android phone. It's not that I want to use iMessage, I don't. It's that I want my iPhone friends to shut up.
Yes, that's really all it is. That's all we want. We just want happy iPhone friends to leave us alone.
Right. Like, that's the whole point. And, like, Android users, we don't care about using, like, another app. For some reason, iPhone users just refuse to use anything else but iMessage, and they're not gonna download a separate app and things like that. So, you know, Apple, if you wanna keep fighting this fight, fine. You're gonna get exhausted, and you're like it's gonna be at the expense of innovation, because they're gonna just put all their manpower on fighting this.
And one thing I just thought was super interesting is you brought up, like, if a teenager could do it, he even posted how he did it. So there is a base for anybody who's interested that they can go in. Now, obviously, Apple made changes so that it may not necessarily work anymore, but you have a
Right.
base that if you wanted to, you could go in from what he found and could just keep going. So
Right.
just and yeah, just there's a comment in here that talks about make
Yep.
it available legally for a charge. Apple, if you really wanted to, you could, and people would probably pay for it. Make it a little bit of
Right.
a fee or something. They'd pay
Yeah.
for it and just do it. I
Yeah.
just don't know why. I just don't know
And you
why,
wanna know
Apple.
you wanna know why they pay for it? Because they want their iPhone friends to shut up. That's why. That's the
Oh,
only point the only people that care about iMessage are iPhone users and, like, it's not the Android users want it. I mean, I already said it. Not that we want it, but,
we'd probably need
but
it.
we'll use it because we aren't, like, elitist snobs. That's the whole point.
We're
Sorry,
not
I'm
making
totally
any
alienating, like, a
we're
whole bunch of
I was
people.
gonna say,
I love you, iPhone users. Please keep listening to us.
oh, please, that's like a chunk of people.
I know. I'm like,
We're
"I'm
just we're
sorry,
just
I'm sorry."
angry about iMessage is all it is. That's
That's
all.
really all it is, yeah. Alright, so let's get into something more fun. Let's stop
Yes, let's
talking
go.
about iMessage. Alright, let's start with you, Emily. Tell us some of your favorite websites for the Christmas
Christmas.
holiday.
Yeah, so I brought it up some episodes ago, but I for years have used NORAD as my Santa tracker. Now I looked it up. The last one we went to, it's what does NORAD stand for? North
Oh, sorry, go
Atlantic.
ahead.
That's
Yeah.
all right. Oh, North American Aerospace Defense Command. And
Yes.
basically it's like an official military part of the military, and they have used their technology for good to help us track Santa. And it's
They
just my
have.
favorites. And you can call them. I've never called them before, but
Oh,
if you
this is
wanna
cute, yeah.
call and be like, "Hey, when's Santa supposed to come to Utah?" And they'll tell you based on what they've created when
That's so
Santa is
adorable.
supposed to come to Utah. And so I that's what we've always done is NORAD. So we will probably use both this and Google. I think we may get into Google later, but
Yeah,
they now have like games and movies and stuff that you can watch pre-Christmas. But I like to have it up and just track Santa through the evening before bed to see where he is.
that's awesome. And it looks like you've
Yeah.
got, like, an audio player too that'll probably just play, like, random Christmas songs,
Christmas.
like
Yep.
I know, that's so fun.
It's yeah.
And that tracks
Oh,
Santa on the fly. There's apps if you wanna just download the app
yes.
instead. So,
Yeah. So just a fun
super cool.
classic. I feel like I said like 68 years. That's probably wrong. That feels like a lot of years. But yeah, about like 68 years they've been tracking Santa. So you want just a classic, NORAD. Big fan. The
Yeah.
next one is I know I see it a lot with friends and stuff, they'll post it, is the elfyourself.com. And
And you
you
know what? I
can
think it's been a while since this got, this was popular, but,
like
it's
years
been a
ago.
while, but it's still so fun.
It's so
So,
funny. So
yeah.
you just take pictures of yourself and your family and your friends, and it uploads them to dancing elves.
But see, and, picture your picture right there.
Yeah,
That's
it'd be hilarious.
see, and then you can
So
change, how many people are in it, more
I
people, you
just
can make
like it.
video. Yeah,
Just
super,
fun.
super
And I
fun.
know like kids, right? Kids would love to see themselves as elves and dancing and things like that. So that's one's a
Yeah.
big funny one that we do like one or two videos for that I really like.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
Um, go
oh,
ahead.
go. Well, I have
Well, I
one
was just
more.
gonna
So
pull up this, comment really quick so that we
oh yeah,
can
yeah.
answer his question. Is
Oh yeah.
Bark good on any Android or is the Bark phone best? I'll go ahead and take this because
Yeah.
Emily's got the little babies. She doesn't know. She doesn't have
They
kids
don't
with
have their own phones
phones
yet.
yet. But Bark is good on Android, but the Bark phone would be better. It is harder for kids to circumvent the controls on the Bark phone itself. So I use Bark on a regular Android device for my kids, but starting out, I would get either one of those kids safe smartphones like TrueMe or a Pinwheel, and then they can graduate to a Bark phone prior to getting a full Android device. But yeah, it, it's it's good on a regular Android, but it can be circumvented. That's all. Yeah. Um, and then I've watched many of your parental control apps. I work in IT security realm, so security is huge for me Which do you recommend for iOS? Nothing for iOS.
Ugh, ugh.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mark, it's, iOS is, very easy, to circumvent any parental controls. So, even the built-in, screen time parental controls are extremely buggy. There are tons of like, there's even, legit news articles where Apple has admitted that there are bugs in, the family sharing for iOS, so their built-in controls are buggy at best, and then any third-party controls are very easily circumvented. So, there is nothing that I would recommend for an iOS device. I would recommend getting them an Android.
If let's just throw this one out there. If you
Yeah.
already have an iOS device, would you recommend Bark on iOS since that's one we talk about a lot?
No, I would not, because Bark on iOS requires a computer at the house
Mhm,
that is on,
mm.
and it will only monitor the content when the iPhone is connected back up to the same Wi-Fi as the computer. It doesn't monitor on the
Mm.
phone itself, it only monitors it when it comes back into the house. So, if I'm a kid and I'm out of the house and I'm, um, sending text messages that are inappropriate, I delete those messages before I come back
By the
home.
time
Bark will never
mm,
see it.
okay.
So, yeah, so I don't even recommend Bark on a iOS device because, again, super easy to circumvent and
Yeah,
only can monitor when it's connected to the same Wi-Fi. So you're not getting
interesting.
anything in real time. Yeah.
'Kay. I was just because I knew we talked about it a lot, so I
Yeah.
thought I'd answer in case that was a question.
Yeah, Canopy is like, Canopy and RPact, I would say, are the best options for
Like, if
iOS.
you have to
Yeah, because RPact will send random screenshots, so
oh,
that, with that hanging over your head, you might be like,
should I
maybe?"
do this right now?
Right? But it's really not gonna, like, prevent them from doing anything, and again, it's really easy to circumvent,
Yeah,
either on an iOS device, so, but Canopy, can help with more of, like, the preventing of inappropriate content and things like that.
nice.
Um, sorry and then sorry to completely derail this, but
I
is
know.
Bark a regular Android and cheaper made phone? Actually, Bark is a Samsung,
Yeah, I
so
just looked it up because I saw
yeah.
that come up. So it's
Oh, yeah.
the A14 is
Mhm.
officially the model of what it is. So it's a cheaper Samsung, but
Right.
it's, like,
It's
made by
not
Samsung.
flagship Samsung,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, anyway, those are questions.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
you had one
What are we talking
more.
about?
Let's go back to Christmas.
Christmas! So I found this one right before we started, so you're not prepped for this.
Yeah.
Um, reindeercam.com is a website that you can go to and watch a reindeer, Santa's reindeer. I haven't actually clicked on the video yet, so I don't know what they're
Reindeer
doing or
camp, he said? Oh,
Cam,
cam.
C-A-M, yep,
That's really funny because I typed in reindeer camp and it pulled
and
up
it was like,
reindeer
"No,
cam. It's like,
Cam."
um, we got
No,
you.
no, we
That's
know.
not what you were trying to say.
So look, there's a
Oh,
reindeer
this is so
there.
cute. I love it.
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't click on it to begin with,
it
but
wants oh, no, but I can
there you
play.
go.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, see, there they
Sweet.
are.
That's so cute.
So my kids
Santa's
are
official reindeer life feed.
yep, my kids are big animal fans, so I found this, like I said, right before we started. So am I gonna put this on our TV? Probably, so they can watch reindeer.
I love it. That's gonna be so much fun. Awesome.
Yep,
Okay, those are the ones you've got?
yep, those were mine, my big ones.
Okay. Um, so oh, now this one is a little, late to the game. Like, I mean, not like I'm basically saying you're late to the game. Like,
If
I
you're
don't think
using
you
it.
can get this in time for Christmas at this point, is what I'm trying to say here. But this is where you can get a free card from Santa.
Oh, what?
Yeah, like, so I'm just like, I don't think it's gonna get to you in time.
Right.
but it's kinda like AI, generated basically, text um,
Fun.
and you can get just a fun letter from Santa. It's got a North Pole seal, it's got a North Pole address that it's coming from, a special font. Ooh, look, and a peppermint scent. I mean, come
Ooh,
on now. Sprinkle of snow, like come on. This is like your kid would be
that's like
thrilled to get this,
see, I got a letter from Santa on a Post-it note one year, and I was fully convinced that Santa wrote
right?
it for me.
Right.
Still am convinced. Still,
Obviously,
to this
obviously.
day. Obviously, Santa ran out of letters and had to leave me a Post-it note,
Yeah,
but the way above that. So if you're on top of it next year, you can
next
have an
year.
official letter and not
Yeah.
have a Post-it note.
So, handwritten by Santa, but it's, like, written? I don't know if you can see
Written?
that, like, yeah,
I can't. Oh,
Wyrten, like, not
that sounds right.
not yeah, totally legit. So yeah, get a handwritten letter by Santa, super fun. The next one, now this is super interesting. This went on to a oh, no, this is yeah, this is the handwritten stuff.
Oh, okay.
Um, so the other thing is on your Google Nest device, you can, um, call Santa. So it is a fun little thing. Now, the problem is it's not AI, it's, like, the same thing every time,
Oh,
but, um, so you call Santa, the Santa voice is, like, on point. Um,
nice.
I don't know if we can hear
What?
it.
Oh, it's
"Oh,
you!
oh, oh."
I just finished up the nice list.
That's pretty
Great
good.
job, by the way.
Yeah.
And I really need your help with
So, yeah, the
something.
Santa voice is
It,
fun, it's gonna ask you, like, questions and then it's gonna pick a song for you to
come,
s like, for you to play,
thanks
and
for
anyway,
suggesting it,
it's
though,
really
Ellie.
fun. So, Alexa also has, like, a way to call Santa, so, um, if that's something your kid would enjoy, um,
Yeah,
they can call Santa on those.
we are just now starting to get Santa, and so it's been fun to try and, like, how oh, something's on.
Oh, yeah,
There's
sorry. There's here, let me mute that
that's
for a
right.
second. I'm like, "Whoa, okay,
I was just like,
continue."
elves are talking around me. I'm in the
Yeah.
North Pole. So I'm trying to find those things of like, oh no, yes, Santa's real. I have to
Mhm.
teach you that. I
Right.
forgot. But now she's starting to get like, oh yeah, there's Santa. And I was like, he's gonna bring you gifts. So that'll be, I think I'm gonna do some of those fun ones.
Yeah. Awesome. So along the Google line is the Google Santa tracker. And I have loved this one's been around for a while. And again, during Christmas, it's gonna have a animation of Santa, like, basically throwing out presents, like, the presents are, like, raining down on, like, different parts of the world and stuff, and it's going to, like, say kind of where Santa
Oh, fun.
is in the world, but then there's also, like, a ton of, like, mini games and things that you can do, so, like, here's you know, a story, um, we can come back let's go back home because that's an intense story there. Um, yeah, see, featuring Ollie Under the
Really.
Sea.
Yeah,
But
this was when
yeah.
I remember I found it for our AI stuff, and there's a ton of things to do, like ton, and it's got like coding, it's got just like
Mhm.
drawing and things like that. So it looks like a
Yeah.
lot of fun too.
Yeah, so here's a memory match game, present bounce, quick draw. There's a ton of, like, mini games. So where's Santa right now? Let's see. He
Oh,
is oh, geez, what's this?
it's an eyeball. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
he's on vacation.
He's not on vacation yet. He's gotta be making toys.
The
Get
elves
on
make
the
the
toys. Oh,
toys.
that's
Oh,
true. Oh, He's on
what
social
is
media. No, Reindeer on social media.
Oh, he's telling him it's about time for Christmas. There it is.
There we go. We got
He's also
it.
on Google Chat.
Yeah. He is on Google Chat. That's totally the Google Chat icon. Like, wait, what?
Oh,
Sorry, I
no.
gotta
This
go.
is I'm into this video right now. I'm like, "What's gonna happen?"
Oh.
Oh, oh, it's a crab.
Yeah,
Hi, crab.
well, because the crab found he dropped
Oh,
his
that's
phone. He left his
right.
phone there, so the crab had to, like, go check it out.
That was cute.
But yeah, super fun. There's the main area, and then if you just click the, like, obviously the 3 lines, there is a ton of other stuff that you can
That was fun.
play. So Google Santa Trap. Somebody wants to know, what movie am I watching Christmas Eve? Well, if you have my handy dandy Christmas movie checklist that I talked about in a recent live. Christmas Eve is the Christmas Chronicles. That's the Netflix movie. But that's
Oh,
because it's like Santa doing his job. Like, so that's a good, like, Christmas Eve
like, that's,
movie
interesting.
because it's, Santa doing his job. Okay, next on our list. This is something I found. I'm not loving the Santa voice on this,
Okay.
but if you go to hisanta.ai, you can have a conversation like with an AI Santa. Like, so this is
What?
Want to start a
actual
call here?
AI. So like I just pulled up this so you're dialing Santa again, not loving
Merry
the voice.
Christmas,
The
this is
Google
Santa
voice
Claus.
is much better.
Now tell me, have you been
Oh.
good this year?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I'm sure you've done your best to be kind and thoughtful. Everyone has moments they're not proud of, but it's important to keep trying to do good. What's your name? I'd like to check my list.
Well, Santa, it sounds like you really know me. My name is Ben.
Oh, hi, Ben.
Ben, I certainly do recognize that name. You're on the nice list. Now, what would you like
That's
for
fun.
Christmas?
He's on the
Well,
nice
I wanted
list.
to ask.
So the funny thing is there are other people you can talk to. So we'll go to hisanta.ai. So you can talk to Santa. There's
Okay.
others.
They're right
Where's
underneath
the-
him. Look underneath
Oh,
them.
okay, yes. So you can talk to Mrs. Claus.
Oh, cute.
You can talk to Rudolph.
What?
You can talk to an elf.
Nice.
Or you can build your own holiday character.
Oh, fun.
And then, so look, there's this toggle up here. You can do a naughty Santa.
There's the Grinch.
You can talk to the Grouch. Apparently,
Oh, right.
TM.
You can't
We
use the Grinch.
can't use the Grinch. Karen Claus. Or the bad elf. So
That's funny.
So you can toggle on the nice or the naughty, and have a lot of fun with
That's
AI Santa.
That's actually really cool. I really like that because it's just he responds back. I don't know. I just like that a lot.
Right? Yeah. So good times with AI Santa. And I think that was all the fun ones I had.
Yeah. Look at that Christmas tree.
Yeah, right. See my background, all Christmassy.
Oh.
Love Christmas. All right. Anything else you want to talk about with these guys?
Nope, I think that's it.
Okay, because the trending video today is a thing. And
It's a thing. I'm ready.
Oh, where'd it go? Hang on. Why is it not here? Oh, I'm in the wrong place.
Waiting. Anxiously
I'm
waiting.
like,
Oh,
I know. I should have pulled it up
A f-
beforehand. I totally forgot. But
a FedEx truck just drove by. I wonder if they dropped something off at my house. I'm just-
weird.
Hmm.
I don't know why those things happen. Okay. Here's a trend on TikTok.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm gonna pull it up. It's kind of the worst. But Let's do this.
Oh.
Oh. Wait, no. There we go. It's silent reviews. I don't understand the whole ASMR.
Yeah, that's the part that I was like, it's like that. Wait, but
Yeah.
was that good or bad? That's the other thing.
Right.
Oh, I
Right?
think that's good.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Like, how can you tell the difference between what's actually like good and what's okay? This one's
I'll think of that one I got.
so. Yeah, this one's so.
Oh,
But
it
the
smells
smells
nice.
nice. But it got on my nose. I'm like,
You're like, what?
let's not. Let's not.
Yeah.
So-
I need words. Wait, is that garbage?
oh,
Yeah, okay, that one's garbage.
maybe.
Not
Yeah.
a slam dunk. Not a slam dunk.
Man, this
Okay.
one's not really.
Yeah, this takes it just a little because there are some ASMRs that I like because they're just interesting to watch too. But
Sure.
like this one, I feel like I have to focus on it. And
Right.
I'm like, what is happening?
Oh,
Oh.
something intense with this one. Yeah,
I think this
wasn't.
is good.
Yeah.
Not good? I don't know. What?
Well, yeah. Let's take a look at this next one. I mean, it's the same kind of thing. But I'm like,
But I
why?
feel like I'd be really good at these. Oh, nails. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she likes that.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
but
and
she's
this is
like,
the one I don't get. It's like a few of them were like mouthing like words. I'm like, if
oh,
you're gonna do silent,
like don't mouth
do
the words.
silent. Yeah.
But also she was like banging. She's just like making noise to make noise, which is not
Right.
the ASMRs that I like.
Yeah.
like make it be, I don't know.
Yeah. She really likes this one. Yeah. Super
The nail
good.
clicks.
Yeah. Like I just don't see the
no?
point of yeah.
I don't.
This is definitely a
is.
strange point. Yeah. Like yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, that's weird. That's just weird. I don't know if I like it either.
Yeah. I know. And then there was like a girl who did like books and she's just like
Slamming her books everywhere.
and like
what?
like maybe like I don't know.
Yeah. Like sounds that actually go
But,
with what you're doing. Don't just make noise
to make
to
noise.
make noise and then not talk. There's your silent review of a wall of water bottles.
Here's my silent review of a wall of water bottles.
Oh, nice. Yeah, get it. That's great. That was so good.
Right. Yeah. So that's the current trend that I'm not a super fan of.
I'm gonna just feel old on that one. Just squint my eyes. What is happening here? Who thought that would be a good idea?
Yeah, I mean, and like you were saying with the whole ASMR thing to begin with, like there are certain occasions where I can see it working. Well, like I was gonna try and rip a piece of paper, but I don't have any like paper near
Rippable.
me. Yeah, that's rippable. I mean, I can't rip my movie checklist.
You cannot rip. That is
Super
important.
information.
But like I love clicky keyboards. Like the mechanical keyboards.
Sure. Yes.
With, like the
clicky
brown
keyboard.
and stuff. I love.
Yep.
So like that's one. Like if you're typing, I'm like, okay, this is nice. It's kind of
Yeah.
soothing. It's that I
Right.
get.
Right.
But like, I don't have anything on my own. Like that's just weird. Just don't do that. Let's be real. I watch videos on silent anyway, so I
Right.
get all my reviews silently to begin with. So I don't need you to do it on purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. So, anyway, yeah, silent reviews.
Yeah, no. Can I silently review a silent review?
Yeah. That's what we're all about. All right. Well, I think that wraps up our episode
Yeah.
today. Go check out all those fun Christmas things and make this a magical Christmas for your kids where Santa is real and you can talk to
Santa is real.
elves. Santa is real. Like, I mean, go watch Miracle on 34th Street. He is real. Come on, people. All right. We will see you guys next week. I
Bye.
think we're gonna get into some productivity stuff after
Yes,
Christmas
my
because
favorite time of the year.
and then CES, of course. I mean,
Yes.
Emily, you should come with me to CES. I know you've got the littles. You're always welcome to come. I'm just
Okay,
telling
we'll
you.
think about it. Because I do love CES. I do love me some strange technology.
Right. So much fun. Yeah, I mean, I already have a hotel. I'm just
Oh, you
saying.
got a hotel for CES. That's like
I've been doing that the last like
Have
few
you?
years. Yeah.
easier to do that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I stay in the same hotel on the strip every year.
Nice.
And I've got it down. Like I've got the whole
Nice, you
thing
know,
down.
like a year and a half before even you go, you book for the next CES to make sure that
No, and
you
it's true because like it's super cheap to book like in August. Like for some reason Vegas doesn't realize CES is happening that week until like October or something. So if you
and they're
book
like,
like in the
"Oh,"
summer, you get it for a regular price.
instead of when you're trying to last minute book into Vegas, all
Yeah,
the
I
rooms.
tried to add a day because I'm actually flying this year because I can't
Oh,
like my driving anxiety has like increased exponentially and I just can't
feel
drive
like I couldn't do it. I couldn't do
that
it.
anymore. So I mean flying out of Provo, it's like
Oh, that's
$5.
right.
So
You can do that now in Provo. I forget about that.
yeah, but they didn't have a Monday flight, so I had to fly in Sunday. So I had to get an extra
Um,
day. And when I tried to book an extra day onto the booking, it
was
increased
it
it like
like
$1,500. I'm like, "You have got to be kidding me." So I'm, like, staying at some, like, cheaper hotel, like, nearby,
Yep.
and then I will go into my regular hotel, but
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's CES, Vegas CES.
right. We did get a quick, question on Instagram, and
Ooh.
that is, MetaQuest 3 thoughts. I don't have one. My son has the MetaQuest 2, but from everything I have talked to and you should watch I have a live from, like, a month or 2 ago with VR with Jasmine, and we go into that a lot. So, check out that live video on my YouTube channel, VR with Jasmine. We're talking about all things VR, but she says, MetaQuest 3 is worth the upgrade if you have the 2.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, the pass through is so much better on the
Then
3. Like, because on the 2, it's kind of black and white and dark and
mm,
something like that, but on the 3, it's like you're wearing glasses almost, like, it's
wow.
the pass-through is amazing, so, yeah, all reports are that the Quest 3 is worth the upgrade if you have the 2. If you don't have the 2, go straight for the 3.
Just don't even go to the 2, just go to the 3.
Yeah, do you have any thoughts? I
Interesting.
don't think you guys have one, or
No, we're not we want to get into virtual VR stuff, but we haven't done it yet, so I have nothing on this. I literally just pulled it up right now to see what was about it. I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
nothing.
Yeah. So so C Note 614, go ahead and check out that live video on my YouTube channel, Family Tech. And I talk with VR with Jasmine all about it. So, and then do you put limit on Christmas tech price? Honestly, just
Oh,
whatever your budget will take.
yeah.
Um, you know, I try and be even with my children. I only have 2 children, so whatever I end up spending on one, I generally try and spend on the other, but
Yeah, that's kinda how we handle again, littles, so our kids
right.
aren't really they get, like,
They're not getting a phone
dinosaurs.
and a
They're not
Switch and,
getting
like
so we do try to make it even. We'll even try to do, like, number of gifts, like,
Yeah,
so the oldest wants a bit more pricey things because she's older, and that's what she's starting to get into, where the youngest wants, like, toy dinosaurs and Hot Wheels
right.
and stuff like
Yeah,
that. So we'll try to but the idea as we get going into older age and stuff like that is either money, dollar amount, especially if one wants a big ticket item,
mhm,
or numbers, like if we can kinda get them to match and still be within a relative budget.
yeah,
That'd be my advice.
yeah. So I would set whatever your budget can handle and then go from there. Um,
Yep.
so, I mean, obviously, that's gonna be different for any family, so and your circumstance. Like, maybe this
Yeah,
year it's not going to be as much money as you spent last year. And that's okay too.
that is okay. That is
Yeah,
okay.
it's okay.
Like, we all need to hear that sometimes.
Right.
It's okay.
Yeah. You're all right. All right. I think we will end it there. I don't see any other questions coming in. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, Merry
Bye.
Christmas.